Number 15. The Arctic Sea Monsters. Even skeptics are having trouble questioning the reliability of the source of this video. Workers of the Alaskan Bureau of Land Management were in a helicopter to survey an area over the Chenya River when something unexpected caught their eye. To their shock, a large, serpent-looking thing was filmed slithering through the water. In an intelligent way, the object was predicted to be around 15 feet long and sway back and forth through the water in a manner similar to the way fish and sea snakes swim. Not much of the creature's features are visible, as most of it is underwater and the remainder is partially frozen with ice. Experts believe the object is a large rope caught on debris moving with the river flow, while people believe it is an Arctic sea monster, possibly related to the Loch Ness Monster. While a seemingly eccentric idea, a similar creature was captured in Iceland by a local resident investigating claims of a strange monster swimming in the lakes and rivers around his home. Viewers of both videos have observed the similarities in movement and shape of both creatures, believing them to be the same species or related. The oceans are so vast, and we have barely discovered a sliver of the entire area, meaning the possibility of undiscovered species much more credible. For all we know, these sea serpents could simply be another animal to add to the chain. Number 14. Imaginary friend. For unknown reasons, children seems to be better at seeing and communicating with ghosts than adults are. In February 2012, a woman named Diane uploaded a video of her young son talking gibberish to nobody. He also makes several physical displays of being playful and genuinely happy.
Who are you talking to?
When Avery asks who he is talking to, the child again answers in gibberish. When reviewing the video after, she was baffled to discover upon her fourth time asking, a voice is heard in the audio whispering Ryan. It's hard to hear, but if you listen closely, there is definitely a male voice saying something along those lines.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
In another mysterious incident, two girls were sitting at their play table eating. While one of the girls' mothers filmed, suddenly the friend became distressed and began crying, while clearly seeing something in the empty room in front of her. Eventually, she got up and walked away, still crying. While the woman attempted to understand what was going on, her daughter looked behind her and began staring at something. Without warning, she lets out a chilling scream before fleeing behind her mother.
Turn around. But you gotta listen to me. Turn around, look at me. What's the matter?
She went from laughing at her friend to being scared of whatever the both of them saw. Unfortunately, nothing is clearly noticeable on the video, but the girls' reactions are too realistic to be faked. Something clearly scared them badly. So far, no other videos have been released by the woman, and it is left to viewers' speculation as to what was seen or if any further events happened after. Any of our viewers with children, if you see your child speaking to someone, or they're suddenly afraid without explanation, think twice before dismissing it as their imagination. Number 13. The cops' footage. This video comes from a man named Ted who doesn't reveal his last name. He claims to have been on the force since 1983 and was responding to a call in Delray, which is part of Detroit. But by the time he arrived, the situation had been resolved. On his way to leave, he began hearing strange noises coming from a neighboring house. Upon investigating, he began recording with his cell phone as he was in disbelief of the noises he was hearing. Ted called out to see if anyone was in the badly burnt home and caught someone or something on tape in the window for just a split second.
Hello. In the Force, you learn to trust your gut, to trust yourself, and I was jeopardizing my safety.
He did not enter the house, but found newspaper clippings in the backyard about the Delray witch, a woman who took 12 men's lives for the insurance money. The officer did some research online and found other reports of strange occurrences happening in Delray. The question that needs to be answered now is, was that person in the window a squatter or the Witch of Delray? Number 12. The Pyramid Ransom. The pyramids of Egypt are considered to be marvels of world construction and are the last remaining wonders of the ancient world still intact. There are various theories regarding how they were built and what their actual purpose was. Of course, we have all learned that they were used as large tombs for the ancient pharaohs and housed the mummified rulers of ancient Egypt, as well as various gifts and ceremonial objects to help their spirits. However, access inside the Great Pyramids are strictly minimalized in order not to damage what's inside and for safety considering the age the pyramids are in. A few years ago, an anonymous man uploaded a video to YouTube showing him constructing an RC car complete with a mounted camera. The man then is shown en route to what appears to be Egypt. He ventures the Great Pyramids, unloads the RC car, and drives it into a hole protruding from the structure. The car ventures down further and further a long narrow passageway, even encountering some static interference. Before any major reveal is shown, it cuts to text, stating he had failed in his original mission, but claims now has specific information regarding the use of the pyramids. He also warns others of doing the same. He demanded $5 million to not reveal what he had discovered, but since then, nothing new has come of the video and the uploader remains unknown. It has been widely speculated to either be a hoax, however others have speculated the man did indeed find something and he was taken out or actually paid and kept his word. It is likely we'll never know what the man found, if anything, and if there really is an alternative use of the pyramids we are not meant to know about. Number 11. The Ghostly EVP. During ghost hunts, investigators will use devices in order to pick up electronic voice phenomena, which is sounds inaudible to human ears. Sometimes camera audio is able to pick up such sounds, which is exactly what happened during this next entry. A group of investigators were exploring the depths of what appears to be a factory. As they enter through a red metal door, the camera audio picks up something, which sounds very much like a deep voice saying, "I have the body of a pig."
Jesus, look at that, mate. It's exactly like the one over there, look.
Misty.
If you listen closely after the phrase, you can hear pig grunts, as if the spirit is attempting to prove its claims. As if this wasn't mysterious enough, one of the investigators snapped an infrared photo of the area and captured a disturbing looking apparition with a truly deformed head and menacing face. Unfortunately, not much is known about the location or the group, as the uploader claims he is under legal restrictions and cannot reveal such information. Regardless, the video is truly mysterious to watch and listen to. In another example, members of the Dorset Ghost Investigators recorded several EVPs and responses through a spirit box, which is a device that creates white noise in which spirits can speak through. They were captured while investigating a Roman townhouse in England. When they first experienced experienced technical difficulty. After the spirit box finally worked, they heard a spirit stating its name as Glenn, followed by deep breathing sounds. Later it stated, "I am a soul." The investigators then asked if the spirits wanted them to go away, after which the box replied, "Go away. It will send chills down your spine to listen to, and it gives a new meaning to the feeling of being watched."
Would you like us to go away? If you would like us to go away, please can you say, "Go away"?
Number 10. The Sand Geyser. This cell phone video comes from eastern Saudi Arabia, estimated to be from around 2007. Sometime during the day, sand began to erupt into the air near a highway. Notice how much higher the sand is compared to the semi-trucks in the video, and was presumed to be going 9 meters or 30 feet into the air. According to the source, geological teams and scientists were sent to the location immediately, but were unable to explain what happened. Not much information is available about the video besides that, so it's presumed that the geyser eventually stopped on its own. People have claimed that it must be muddy water from a pipe burst, since the geyser does not pile up once it reaches the ground, like sand would. Others claim that this is evidence of a rare natural phenomenon that will remain unexplained. Number 9. Hospital haunting. Unsurprisingly, hospitals are known to be a hotbed of paranormal activity. 2 orderlies were goofing around on their break in a Guadalajara, Mexico hospital when things quickly took a strange turn. In the middle of their laughter, a shadowy figure suddenly walks by the doorway of a surgery room. The 2 orderlies enter to investigate, but find the room empty. Then, without warning, a wheeled table suddenly moves on its own towards them, causing them to quickly exit and end the recording. Closer inspection of the shadow figure shows the figure to apparently be wearing a hospital gown, meaning it could be the spirit of a former patient. The ghost also showed no interest in the 2 orderlies, not even turning to face them, and instead looking the opposite direction. To this day, it is unknown who the spirit is, and not much is known about who the 2 orderlies are or which hospital it was taken in. On the other side of the globe in India, a CCTV camera captured a gurney move on its own. Despite being located outside, there is no wind present, as made apparent by the trees not moving along with the gurney. Moments later, a staff member is seen walking towards another gurney, which moves quickly as the man approaches. Clearly startled, the worker pauses before turning the opposite direction, even giving a look over his shoulder as if to try and comprehend what he just witnessed. It is unknown what was moving the gurney, either a former patient who passed on, or a former employee who was simply trying to continue their duty. Number 8. School ghosts. It would appear nowhere is immune to a haunting, not even schools. CCTV at a Warren, Michigan high school was recording in the fine arts wing when a mysterious gray orb appeared and danced around the water fountain for several moments before disappearing. A student even walks into frame and begins to fix her hair when the orb appears behind her. She continues to make her adjustments, unable to notice the orb floating directly behind her. To this day, there is no known identity to the mysterious orb, but it appears it was only interested in the water fountain. Perhaps it was a former student still trying to get a drink from the afterlife. In a more famous example, CCTV at Pocatello High School in Idaho captured an apparition exiting a room late at night before the lights began to malfunction throughout the floor. The school had always been rumored to be haunted, but now the CCTV footage appears to confirm the rumors are true. Pocatello High School has had a dark history, with the school even burning down at one point. It is unknown who the spirit or spirits are within the school's walls, but it seems they are ones who enjoy mischief, similar to some students currently attending schools across the globe. Number 7. Ghost cars. By now, our viewers are probably familiar with the infamous car ghost police chase. In summary, a New York state officer was in pursuit of a white car when it suddenly appeared on the other side of a chain link fence, baffling both the officer and viewers. Since then, several other mysterious events regarding cars suddenly appeared, having been uploaded to YouTube. As a car turns right at the lights, it suddenly hits a car that seems to appear out of nowhere. This mysterious car is not visible beforehand, heading on the left-hand side of traffic, and simply morphs as soon as the car is right there. In a video from 2011, a truck traveling through a tunnel suddenly hits an oncoming vehicle, flipping it on its side. To the surprise of viewers, it turns out the semi had hit a similar looking semi that wasn't there before. Before it happened, the area in which the truck suddenly appears is empty, devoid of any other vehicle there. How this truck suddenly appeared and caused this has baffled people since it was first uploaded. For all videos, people on the internet have come up with various explanations for the seemingly impossible phenomenon, which is predominantly that the vehicles were obstructed by other objects, making them impossible to see until it was too late. While the internet has accepted this explanation, it still is regarded as a head scratcher for all of us, unable to wrap our heads around such a puzzling series of circumstances. Number 6. The Synagogue Orb. Members of a southern Ukrainian town were baffled by a mysterious event in June 2015. A local synagogue captured a mysterious ball of light hovering around the back entrance of the building at 4 a.m. and remained relatively stationary for several moments. Experts admitted they were baffled by the phenomenon. They believed it to be a rare form of ball lightning, but also admit to not knowing how it came to be, since it didn't behave in the same manner most other ball lightning does, and it was clear skies the night of the incident. Upon researching the synagogue, it was discovered this location was used as a place that the Germans gathered people they wished to diminish before being shipped off to camps in the area. This led to the theory the orb is a manifestation of all the souls lost after being sent off, while others have speculated this is an angel blessing the area and comforting the lost souls, for which this building was possibly the last thing they saw of their home. The locals who attend the services have stated they have not experienced any form of paranormal activity, but consider this some sort of sign the spirits hadn't left just yet. Number 5. City in the Sky. Fans of the BioShock series will be familiar with the floating city of Columbia. Residents of Foshan, China, were startled to see clouds closely resembling a series of skyscrapers in the air above them. Unlike other clouds, these clouds appeared in almost perfect rectangular shapes on the top, hence the skyscraper look. Experts have universally agreed the formation is the result of a mirage, not necessarily from a reflection of the city below, but the way the light above the clouds contrasts with the one below. Several other theories have surfaced since the video was uploaded, including the city to be a parallel universe made visible by a rift in our time frame. Another idea is that it was some sort of experiment meant to create false images to confuse enemies. Of course, there's also been the idea that the video is a hoax, created with either Photoshop or some other editing software. To this day, experts have stood by their explanation, and most people have come to accept it. However, it is still fun to theorize other explanations, and begs the question as to whether there are parallel universes and whether or not we will be able to see them. Number 4. The Ningen footage. Folklore is a characteristic of all cultures across the globe. One place people may be surprised to find out also has folklore is Antarctica. Of course, no permanent population resides there, but the researchers who do have developed their own. One such example is that of the Ningen, which is a mysterious humanoid sea creature believed to be residing around the Antarctic waters. The creature has been described as a very large, pale, white, and having facial and other physical features resembling either a human or a very large beluga whale. Several photos have surfaced online claiming to depict the legendary cryptid, but back in 2006, something quite unexpected happened. An unknown man released underwater footage from Antarctica with a strange silhouette of a large creature in the background. There is not much information on the video, but the uploader claims this to be evidence of the Ninjin. There's no way of determining the size of the creature, but eyewitnesses to the Ninjin have alleged they can be between 20 and 30 meters in length. Skeptics have argued the video is too grainy and lacks proper authentication to be taken seriously. People do believe in the video though, under the notion previously unknown species of sea life are discovered all the time. These people don't necessarily believe the video to depict the legendary Ninjin, but are open to the idea of this depicting a new Antarctic sea species yet to be properly documented. The oceans are full of life, even in the coldest of places. So for the sake of the scientists in Antarctica, let's hope the Ninjin are gentle giants. Number 3. Invisible forces. Sometimes things occur which appear to defy physics. Videos have appeared to show invisible forces causing havoc. In China, a CCTV camera captured a strange traffic incident that seems to defy explanation. Two minibuses approach an intersection when they were suddenly lifted up and quickly pulled back, with one ending up on its side. Furthermore, a car in the opposite direction was also lifted slightly off the ground, but remained relatively unscathed. Onlookers appeared to be stunned, unsure of what they had just witnessed. For months, people were baffled by the incident, and the video quickly went viral, with theories popping up all over the internet. These included the idea of extraterrestrial activity, to strange, powerful ghosts, to ideas of a hoax or broken wire causing the incident. Eventually, an investigation revealed a fallen cable wire had become tangled in a street sweeper ahead of the vans and had whipped back towards them, causing this to happen. However, people remain unconvinced and speculation continues to this day. For the time being, the uncertainty of the event caused much debate and stirred much discussion, which will continue to spark interest for time to come. Number 2. The Area 51 worker. Mysterious events can occur in all sorts of places, even on the air of radio. Art Bell is a popular radio personality, known for his discussion on issues and conspiracy theories. In May 1997, Bell received a call on air from a man calling himself Victor, who claimed to have worked at a secret facility known as S4. The place first gained popularity when engineer Bob Lazar alleged he worked at the facility, where the United States was working to create new things by using alien technology. While none of these reports are confirmed, it appears Victor was one of Lazar's co-workers. Bell spoke with Victor for nearly 2 hours.
Okay, what we're thinking of as aliens, Art, they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be.
Well, odd on its own, Bell and his listeners got quite the scare 4 months later. A frantic man called into Bell's show. He claimed to be an ex-employee of Area 51 who had worked on many projects there. Throughout the audio, you can hear the caller becoming increasingly hysterical as the call goes on. Suddenly, the station suffers a satellite failure mid-call.
Will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
I started getting...
Bell and other callers were seemingly shook up by the event and couldn't find a rational explanation. In April 1998, a man called in claiming to be the Area 51 caller, claiming it was all a hoax. However, listeners have pointed out the second man had noticeably different vocal tones and mannerisms than the first, leading to many to call the hoax claims into question. To this day, the Area 51 caller and subsequent blackout remains a mystery, and it appears the secret base will go to great lengths to maintain that secrecy.
And I know I can tell you what took the satellite down.
When? Are you talking about back with Art Bell?
Yes, Area 51! There was truth back then, and there was this crazy guy in Philadelphia, and he called out of his parents' basement because Art Bell put on a program saying, Area 51 callers, call on in!
Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. Also, I recently created a subreddit where you can submit videos and stories for future lists. It's r/chillsnarrator and the link is in the description below. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new videos we upload every Tuesday and Saturday. If English isn't the only language you speak and you're interested in getting a shout out, click more, then add translations. By translating the video, not only will more people be able to watch it, but a link to your channel will be added in the description. Number 1. California launch. Residents of the Los Angeles area were baffled when a strange object was seen launched into the sky late November 9th, 2010, off the coast of Los Angeles. What appeared to be a rocket was seen launching into the air, stunning onlookers. The United States issued a statement claiming to have no knowledge of what the object was and denying any involvement. People were skeptical about these claims, with many believing it was a test launch or an act from a different country. Experts weighed in on the event, with many theorizing it may have been an accidental launch by an American submarine that was quickly stopped. Others even suggested it was an optical illusion created by a mix of atmospheric conditions and contrail lines of a plane. The Department of Defense launched an investigation into the matter and found there were no scheduled launch tests for the area at that time. However, to this day, the event remains unexplained. Due to the high population of the LA County, countless witnesses and news stations captured the phenomenon on video, flooding YouTube with a spectacle for a time being. Now it is up to individual viewers to decide what the object was and what caused it. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of our other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy!